everybody, I'm Katrina and I will be talking about Mortal Kombat 2021. But before I give you my thoughts and my review, I want to say, as unpopular as this opinion is, I really did not like the 90s movies. I didn't like none of them. They all sucked in my opinion. I didn't ask for that. And I get like people like it and oh my god, the soundtrack, the theme song is cool. Lies. It's not cool. It sucks. I did not like it. But I guess, everybody has their thing. So for me, I was like, this looks like it's going to be more cool. Like the CGI should be a lot better because, 2021, special effects will look better. So I got to see the first 7 minutes on Thursday when Twitter posted the link for the first 7 minutes. And I absolutely loved the scene. I thought it was really dope. And it was between Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Scorpion was minding his business because he was minding his business, okay? And here comes Sub-Zero, raggedy self, just starting. And I get it's the whole thing, the feud, and you want to, get rid of the bloodline and all this other crap. But Sub-Zero, you was starting. Why couldn't you go take a walk, get a drink, do some, exercise? I don't know, but you just come in, start in 7 minutes in. And then he started for the rest of the freaking movie. I was getting really annoyed with Sub-Zero for the whole movie. I'm just like, you just everywhere, being a pain in the ass, just starting. And I'm okay with Sub-Zero in the video game, but he was just getting mad in this movie. I'm like, alright, Sub-Zero, okay, stop. Take a meditation or something. It's not this to be this angry, just angry for no reason. And I know you're about to tell me, oh, but the Lord, I know that. I'm just saying that he just seemed really angry to me in this movie. Anyway, let me get to the main character, who was Cole Young. I did not understand his purpose. I get he was supposed to be Scorpion's, bloodline and all, but why? Did we need Cole? We didn't need Cole. You want to have, I jokingly tell people, they got the boy bands. You always got that one member of the boy band that you're not really sure why they're there. They're just there for space purposes. Lance Vance and NSYNC, and you got, Justin and the 9th Degrees. There's always that one member you're like, why are we here? This is what Cole Young was in for Mortal Kombat. You was that random member that did not really help the squad. You don't really put the background vocals in. You don't come in with the clutch. You're just there. And when he finally got his powers, which really annoyed me, he got his new special armor thingy looking like Jason Momoa's Aquaman when he came back from the bounds of, find that sea monster and all. You got the blades at the end. That was it. I was like, so you're telling me of all the powers happening, this is what we get? Okay. Okay, I guess. Kano, which I was a little annoyed with Kano as far as his being with them in the beginning with the Earthform people. I was like, for me, Kano was a bad guy, so it was a little odd to see him before he turned, and I knew he would eventually because he's Kano. But it was just odd seeing him traveling with them and kind of being helpful, because I'm like, but why? We didn't even need that. Just let him be a bad guy. Let him escape. And maybe, the other realms can teach him how to get his power. We didn't need Raiden and, the homies for that. We didn't need that. I would say some of Kano's humor references was funny. He made a Magic Mike reference, which I was kind of odd, because I'm like, oh, okay, that's a weird thing to reference. But he made a reference, and he made, I think, a Harry Potter reference, and I'm just like, okay, I get the references, and it was funny, and it worked. So why that part, carried a part of the movie, I don't know if it would have, meant anything if they didn't have him be humorous, but I was okay with it. It wasn't bad. I didn't really have many feelings about Sonya Blade. She was solid as far as, her special, fighting. I didn't really like the references of them, somebody dies, and then the Mortal Kombat symbol, transferred to somebody else. I'm just like, I guess, can we just have it where we all looking for the Earthrealm warriors to take on what's obviously going to be the tournament that's supposed to be coming up in the new movies? Jax, I don't know. Jax was okay, but I can't say he stood out. In the beginning when he helped Cole and then he was battling Sub-Zero, I was like, bro, Sub-Zero literally evaporated into some mist and came back, and you really thought that gun was going to do something? Come on, brother. You gotta have some kind of smarts. We know better. Black people usually know these movies. That Jax, you supposed to be special forces and stuff, and you sitting here thought you were gonna do something to Sub-Zero with some bullets? I guess, and, it took him a minute to get use of his arms. When he had those little baby, mechanical arms, I was a little annoyed. Because I'm like, so y'all just gonna let the homie, he gotta work extra hard now. He already lost his arms. Literally when the scene happened when Sub-Zero took his arms off, my first thought was, Sub-Zero gave him, a icy, hot type of combo without the hot part. He just, gave him the icy thing and numbed it up. and then sent him along his way. And I'm just like, oh, okay. I mean, I guess Jack's like disrespectful. It was just disrespectful. He just threw you to the side like he was nothing. But I was just kind of annoyed how long it took for his arms to look more useful. It took too long for me, in my opinion. I'm just like, I mean, I guess. Before I get to Lao Kang, let me get to Kung Lao. Kung Lao was the homie. As soon as I saw the hat cut, I was like, yes, he got his hat. You know, they did this really awesome fatality that is right directly from the video game. I was so hyped when he just cut the woman in half. And I'm like, yes, he was so dope with his blade. And then he died. And I was just like, so you're going to tell me the one person I'm like so hype about that is like legit close to the way he is portrayed in the video game, you kill him off. And I'm just like, Kung Lao deserved better. It is justice for Kung Lao. Justice. I'm gonna hashtag that because Kung Lao was the homie and he deserved better. He didn't deserve to die that soon. I'm like, all right, can we give him to movie 2? Movie 2. That's all I'm asking. We could have gotten to movie 2. And we didn't get that, and I was very sad. And I feel like, you know, Kung Lao needs some justice. He didn't deserve to go out like that. I don't care. Lao Kang, I liked him too, but I don't know. I felt like he was supposed to be like you know, Ryu's the person of Street Fighter. Everybody knows Ryu, and yes, I know a lot of people like Scorpion and Sub-Zero, but I thought as far as elf realm purposes, it was always, you know, Lao Kang, and something was just missing. He was really, like, his fight scenes was dope, and I liked he was really calm, but there's just something that was missing for me. I wasn't feeling it, and it made me very sad because I really wanted to. Anyway, the movie wasn't like super amazing. Like, I wasn't like, oh my god, this is the best movie I've seen. That's not true, but it was way light years better than that 90s crap. I did really like the fighting scenes. I really wish they would have used Scorpion a lot better because I was so hyped for the fight sequence that was supposed to happen between him and Sub-Zero that I waited way too long to get the fight scene. And we finally get the fight scene. And I was like, that's it? Like, y'all hype? I was hyped for that. I wanted, like, after what happened to Scorpion in the beginning, I wanted him to kick Sub-Zero's ass. And he, like, eventually it happened, but it was like, no, why are you making like Scorpion's trash? He's not trash. Like, don't do the homie like this. I was upset. So, you know, I wish they would have did that between them a little better. But the fight sequences and all in general were like, you know, it was reference to the game. I really appreciate the brutalities, the fatalities, you know, the victory, flawless victory rather, like all this references to the game that I really liked. And there were a couple of Easter eggs that I noticed, and I like that too. Overall, I did enjoy the movie. It was light years better than the 90s version. Were there things that they could have like tweaked a bit that we didn't need the changes to necessarily, things that were not the same that I was hoping to be the same? Yes, I wish there were certain things they didn't change for this movie. It kind of bothered me, but it wasn't terrible changes. Like, let's see what they would do with the next 2 or 3 movies. I also felt like I could have got some more Scorpion time, so I'm hoping that they do better with Scorpion and the next one, and that we get Katana, because Katana is that girl. I don't care, and we're not going to fight and argue about this because I said what I said. Katana is that girl. Also, just once again, I have to make correct to the fact that Kung Lao deserved better. He was the homie. Like, I legit liked him as soon as I saw him on screen. I was like, yes. And then they was like, oh, you thought Katrina. And they just took him away from me. And just, so I just feel like, you know, I just going to be sad about this because he deserved better. I do like that we are going to get Johnny Cage soon because it referenced him at the end of the movie. And I was like, okay, we're going to get Johnny Cage, and let's hope they cast that right. I know people said The Mist, but I mean, I guess, like, yeah, but then no. I don't know. So, I mean, some people can make the argument. I can kind of see both, I guess. But anyway, tell me your thoughts in the comments. Tell me if you liked the new movie. Tell me what was your favorite part, which you didn't like. I look forward to reading them. Thank you so much for watching me.